Sabi ng iba, pagkatapos daw ng Pasko at ng New Year, wala na silang pera, lugi na sila, lulong pa sila sa utang.
I'll be stuck here forever!
Pero hindi nyo ba alam na merong importanteng reminder or tips na kailangan nating i-consider para kahit pagkatapos ng Christmas and New Year, masasabi natin na hindi tayo lugi, wala tayong utang, kasi sinunod natin ang tips na ito. Alright, so hi everyone, Crisel Morales here. Welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. Alright, so here we go for another topic or another content. Ilang days na ba bago mag-Christmas?
A few moments later.
Alright, so more than 2 months, Christmas na. And ano ang usually nangyayari kapag Pasko at New Year? Gastos. Spend dito, spend doon, gastos dyan, gastos dito. And sometimes, ang sinasabi ng iba, pagkatapos daw ng Pasko and New Year, lugi na sila, wala ng pera, or may utang pa sila. At yan dapat ang alisin natin. Yan dapat ang i-cancel natin. Kasi supposed to be the real meaning of Christmas is abundance, blessings, love, hindi utang. Alright, so it is my desire na sana through discussing this topic sa inyo, maka-experience naman tayo ng Pasko or New Year na hindi malungkot pagkatapos. Kasi nawawala yung essence ng Pasko at ng New Year. Di nga ba kapag Pasko is we speak about the abundance of the Lord Jesus Christ kasi nga through Jesus Christ who was born, we were saved and love was spread all over the world. Ganon din ang New Year. We declare that we have an abundant year, a prosperous New Year. Pero sa totoo lang, kung minsan baliktad, kasi pagkatapos ng Christmas, pagkatapos ng New Year, wala na tayong pera.
Do not panic! We are trained professionals!
So today, I decided to discuss this topic with you para at least meron man lang tayong reminders to keep para pagdating ng Christmas at pagdating ng New Year, medyo ma-consider natin to at ma-enjoy natin ang value of this topic for today. Ready ka na ba? Alright, tip number 1, spend only what you have. Nako, napakasimple naman, spend only what you have. Pero ano ba ang ibig kong sabihin when I say spend only what you have? Okay, alam ko na marami na sa inyo ang nagdi-decide kung ano yung mga regalong bibilhin para sa mga anak, kapamilya, kaibigan, or siguro katrabaho, best friends, alright? And nagdi-decide na din tayo kung ano kaya yung masarap na ihahain natin sa ating Noche Buena at Medianoche. Now, I would like to ask you one thing. Before you spend, ano ba ang basis mo? Yung bang credit limit na nasa credit card mo? Kung magkano ba ang nandoon, yun ba yung plano mong gamitin to spend or to purchase the things in preparation for Christmas and New Year? Kapag ganon ang mentality mo, that whenever you decide to spend, ang basis mo is yung credit limit mo, mali po yun. Mali, wrong. Before you use your credit card, kailangan ang basis mo to spend kung magkano yung possible cash na available sa'yo next month. Ha? Parang nakakalito. Okay, available cash sa iyo next month. Yung cash na yon pwedeng nanggaling sa savings mo, income mo kapag may negosyo ka, or salary mo kapag empleyado ka. Kung magkano yung possible na amount na magiging available sa'yo next month, yun dapat ang basis mo to spend for Christmas and for New Year, not the available credit limit. Because the question is, if your basis in spending is your available credit limit, paano kapag masyadong marami yung credit limit mo? okay lang kapag available yung cash mo next month to pay what you have used in your credit card. But if not, paano mo siya babayaran? Kaya hindi ho or maling diskarte yung ang basis mo for spending is the available credit limit. It should be kung magkano yung available na cash mo by next month. Kasi yun ang pambayad mo doon sa nagamit mo sa credit card mo. Para kapag dating ng statement of account or ng SOA mo at nakita mo doon ang babayaran mo sa credit card bill mo is amounting to 25,000 for example, hindi ka mag-worry. Bakit? Alam mo na na plano mo na that by next month, meron kang 25,000 available na naipon mo or salary mo, bonus mo, o kaya 13-month pay mo. Alright? Sana nakuha nyo ako doon. Easy naman to understand, di ba? Alright, so today, I'm going to share with you financial discipline that we need to consider. Number 2, avoid debt or utang. Iwasan natin ang utang. So, since it's Christmas and since it's New Year, ang mentality kasi natin kung minsan, tayong mga Filipino is, ito yung sinasabi nila, kung minsan na kahit mahirap ang buhay natin, no? Pagdating ng Pasko at pagdating ng New Year, naglalabasan ang maraming handa, ang maraming regalo. So, we spend too much. But then again, sometimes, hindi naman dapat ganon kalaki or kabongga ang ihahanda kapag Christmas at ka-expensive na regalo ang bibilhin for our family.
Disclaimer.
For our loved ones kapag ang pinanggalingan ng mga ito ay utang. Kaya during Christmas and New Year, we have to avoid debt. Wala sana tayong utang para nang sa ganon ma-enjoy natin ang totoong kahulugan ng Pasko at ng bagong taon. Christmas sometimes is based on the abundance of food laid on your table or the abundance and expensive gifts that you give or that you receive. But the truth is, hindi po yun ang basis ng Christmas at ng New Year. Kundi, yung unity, yung reconciliation, yung love, yun dapat ang nangingibabaw kapag Pasko and New Year. And sometimes, nadidefeat yung purpose ng mga occasions nito or ang mga celebrations na ito because na-overlap siya doon sa thinking na kailangan pag Pasko maraming pagkain, maraming regalo, ganun din kapag New Year. Pero mali po yun. Kaya kung minsan, if we allow this mentality or these principles to remain in our hearts and in our mind, kung minsan napipilitan ng iba na umutang para masustain yung mindset nila or yung principles nila pagdating ng Pasko at ng New Year. Pero one of the financial discipline that we have to consider, avoid debt. So, ibig sabihin nun, kung magkano yung available na pera mo pagdating ng Pasko at ng New Year, doon ka lang mag-focus. Do not spend beyond what you have. It's just like the principle or the mentality that if you are earning 1 peso, do not spend 2 pesos. Familiar na yan sa ating lahat, hindi ba? Kaya lang nakakalimutan natin, lalo na yung essence or value ng kahulugan nito. I repeat, kapag you earn 1 peso, do not spend 2 pesos. Kundi, kung magkano yung na-earn mo lang, a percentage from that, yon ang iset aside natin for Christmas and New Year, and the other part of it or the other percentage of it, itabi natin as our savings. Number 3, consider recycling method. Ano ang ibig kong sabihin when I say recycling method? One of the ways pa natin kapag pagdating ng Christmas at ng New Year is we shop too much. We purchase too much. Mga decorations or Christmas trees and lahat ng mga palamuti sa bahay that represents Christmas, colorful decorations and all that. Pero kung minsan, pag titignan natin sa ating mga cabinet, available pa naman kasi yung mga yon. Kaya lang, the truth is, sometimes maalikabok na sila. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi na natin ito pwedeng gamitin. I-recycle natin ang mga ito. i-reuse natin ang mga decorations that we have. Konting enhancement na lang ang kailangan. It's also good to consider mix and match para mabago naman yung decorations natin for this year. It's not necessary na bumili tayo ng mga bagong decorations, not unless it's already broken and torn. Yung iba nga, kahit broken, pwede pang gawa ng paraan, like lagyan ng glue, kung konti lang yung nasira doon sa decorations mo. If you don't really need to buy extra decorations, then don't. Kasi kung minsan, pagdating or pagkatapos na ng Pasko at ng bagong taon, and you realize wala nang laman ng wallet mo, and then makikita mo yung mga decorations that you bought, sasabihin mo, kasi dapat hindi muna ako bumili ng ganito Kasi dapat hindi ko na linagyan ng ganyan. Kasi okay naman kapag 5 flowers dito at 5 flowers doon. Pero bumili kasi ako, ginawa kong 20-20. Something like that. Yung the truth of realization, nangyayari lang.
For the continuation, please watch this video posted earlier.